Samsung phone. I love Samsung. The Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge.
Hey! Whoa! I got a great idea. Brand new cartoon, right? We take a bunch of teenagers, 4 or 5 of them. We put them in a vehicle, and we give them a wacky talking animal sidekick, and we make them solve mysteries. What? You okay there? You're looking a little plush. What? Wait, oh, it's the pitch! Oh, well, you don't like it? Well, no, it's not. Okay. Now you're just cutting me off. Come on, let me get work. Sorry about that, gentlemen. I mean, yeah, anyway. So apparently that wasn't a pitch. Pikachu, I guess, was telling me that was actually a AA meeting. Link's got some problems. Anyway, let's just dive right into what I really wanted to talk about, Scooby Doo. Now, I'm not talking any one Scooby Doo show in particular. I'm talking the whole franchise, the whole McCoy, the whole shebang, the whole kazoo. So I'm sure many of you grew up with Scooby-Doo. With his lovable catchphrases, quirky storylines, and endearing characters, Scooby-Doo has worked as the equivalent to jiggling keys in front of your children's faces for generations to come. See? That's what it's an equivalent, and he will continue to do so. Forever. And ever. And ever. And ever. And ever. And ever. And ever. And ever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and ever, and ever. This video is going to be an endeavor. Seriously! This franchise has had more reboots than my piece of shit Lenovo. I'm talking Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? The Scooby-Doo Show, the new Scooby-Doo Mysteries, Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo, Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo. You didn't hear that wrong, it was in Deja Vu. The new Scooby-Doo and Scrappy-Doo Show, the 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo, a pup named Scooby-Doo, What's New Scooby-Doo, Shaggy and Scooby-Doo Get a Clue, Scooby-Doo Mr. Incorporated, Scooby-Doo's Laugh Olympics, Scooby-Doo and Dynamite Hour, Josie and the Pussycats, Jabberjaw, Speed Buggy, Goober and the Ghost Chasers, The Amazing Chain Clan, and that's not even touching all the movies, which could effectively take up the rest of this video. Now, it is expected that a successful cartoon coming out in 1969, it'd have a few reboots here and there. It'd have a couple specials here and there, maybe a TV movie here and there, but Christ dingle dongle. You want to slow down a bit, huh? Scoob? Want to slow down, huh? You want to chill? You want to chill out a bit, huh? Now, before you say anything, before you start shouting at your screen, I know what you're thinking. I'm on your level. I know what you're thinking.
Man, that Lenny better not say anything bad about Scooby-Doo. It is the pinnacle of compelling television. My childhood will be ruined if you say anything bad about Scooby-Doo.
Right? This is probably what a select few you were saying, right? And I'm gonna stop your hypothetical asses right there, because Scooby-Doo ain't been Scooby-Dooing nothing's right. Now, it's no secret, unless of course you've been living under a rock for the past half-century, that Scooby-Doo has spawned a seemingly endless amount of clones. Funny enough is that most of, if not all of these clones were made by Hanna-Barbera themselves. The company behind Scooby-Doo. So they have no problem ripping themselves off time and time again. To the point that even when Hanna-Barbera acquired the rights to legally use DC comic book characters in their shows, they couldn't resist adding a couple of teenagers and a talking dog that, while incapable of cognitive speech, sounded exactly like Scooby-Doo. Yes, the teenagers and wacky companion solving mysteries shtick was drilled into the ground many, many times after countless rehashes, but did you know that Scooby-Doo is not even original? Did you know that all of the characters were ripped off of a pre-existing television program called The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis? And I'm not yanking your dog chain here either. The Many Loves of Dobie Gillis was a 1959 live-action show about some wacko teenager who just wanted to get rich and get all the ladies. And for some reason, Hanna-Barbera felt the need to rip off every single character. I'm 100% serious. Fred was ripped off of the titular Dobie. Daphne on the character of Thalia. Velma off of Zelda. No, not that one, you dingus. Shaggy on Dobie's best friend, Maynard. The only character not ripped off in this show was Scooby Doo himself. And he was ripped off of Astra the dog from one of Hanna-Barbera's previous series, The Jetsons. And in case you were thinking there was even the tiniest shred of creativity left in Scooby-Doo, I want you to know that the basic premise was actually ripped off of a then popular radio show, I Love a Mystery. The series that actually originated the friends solving a supernatural mystery convention. In short, Scooby-Doo not only spawned cartoon plagiarism, but Scooby-Doo is plagiarism! There is so little creativity in Scooby-Doo that I don't even know how it became popular in the first place. Hell, Joe Barbera probably doesn't even know. According to John Kay, local lunatic and creator of Ren and Stimpy, Joe Barbera had a particular dislike for the meddling kids and their dumb dog. He only kept doing the show because audiences seemed to love it. Now I know John Kay is kind of a nutcase, but I somehow don't find this claim that hard to believe given how soulless and bland I personally find Scooby-Doo. Now at this point, if you aren't already hiring a mercenary to take my ass out, you're probably thinking that I'm exaggerating a bit, right? Scooby-Doo can't be that bland, can it? I implore you to actually go back and watch Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? You know, the one that is heralded as an American classic. The one that is treasured beyond all belief. The one that so many people hold near and dear to their hearts. I want you to actually pay attention to these so-called mysteries and see how flimsy and bland they actually are. Probably the best example of this is the season 1 episode, A Gaggle of Galloping Ghosts. Aside from the episode starting off with some really weird werewolf man who's been gurgling to himself and speaking in werewolf speak despite nobody being around him and having absolutely no reason to do so, the major flaw with this episode that's readily evident is the fact that there really is no substance provided that makes it a mystery. Pardon me. The gang, for some reason, is like super excited to go to a castle that was made by bricks that were imported from Transylvania. And on their way there, they meet a fortune-telling gypsy. Then they actually go in the castle, and they meet Wolfman, they meet Dracula, they meet Frankenstein's monster. Only to find out that it was some just random old guy who was dressing up as all of them. Including the gypsy, who he was somehow able to imitate June Foray's legendary voice for. We are not once introduced to any suspects whatsoever. We don't even meet a regular human being unless you count the gypsy. We have absolutely no one to assume is the culprit. We just sort of learn who the culprit is at the ending. So it doesn't even feel like they solved a mystery. They just figured out that someone was scaring people out of the castle to get the treasure that was in there, which is pretty much the plot of every freaking episode. They just didn't know who it was. Luckily, there was a cop there to tell them who it was. Funny too, because according to the cop, this criminal was really, really famous. Like a really famous criminal. And apparently Mystery Inc. had never even heard of him. Then again, I suppose I wouldn't be able to keep up with anything current either if I was just driving around in a van getting high and roaming around graveyards all night. And you know, I don't want to tear into Scooby-Doo too much. It can be fun for kids and is pretty much harmless amidst the crummy animation, uninspired plot lines, and unoriginality. But you want to know what really drives me up the wall? People go nuts over this show! This show has some kind of crazy monumental legacy that I just don't understand. And I feel that this legacy is undeserved. And yet, people want to pull down my pants, push me down 3 flights of stairs, poison me, cut off my left leg, smack me in the face with a frying pan, tape my eyes open and force me to watch Teen Titans Go, throw me in a box, stick 3 swords in the box, throw the box down a waterfall, shoot at the box 50 times as a moving target, let the box fall down a waterfall, pull the box out of the water, pull whatever is left of me out of the box, throw a pie in what they believe to be my face, and then launch me to the frickin' sun if I even hint that I don't like Scooby Doo. And oftentimes these are the same people who like to roast me on a frickin' spit for liking things like Adventure Time or Steven Universe. Listen, you can like what you want to like. I just ask that you take off those nostalgia goggles for a couple of... Whoa. Whoa. Hey, what's going on here? Whoa. Jeez Louise. I've never taken these things off. Oh, God. I can't see a thing. Wow. Okay, well, bad analogy. Here I am again. And you might find that these cartoons, with just a little more love and care put into them, might have more substance than Scooby Doo. Again, to each their own. If you like Scooby Doo, I got no beef with you. I myself have several fond memories of Scooby Doo, and there are even a couple of reboots I genuinely like. I enjoy Zombie Island, Pup Named Scooby Doo, Mystery Incorporated. I even like 13 Ghosts of Scooby Doo. I know, like, that's the one that everyone hates or something. I find the chase scenes juxtaposed against the contemporary music to be very entertaining, and I actually have an odd adoration of the character designs. With all that said, I don't necessarily hate Scooby Doo, and I don't hate people who like it. I understand the appeal that comes with it, and there are a lot of elements that I do genuinely like. I just feel there's a lot more elements that I don't like, and that kind of makes it not worth the praise it gets. I just don't think Scooby-Doo as a whole is as good as it's made out to be. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must prepare for battle. Now, I know I only have 9 subscribers at the time of this video upload, but between you and me, insulting Scooby-Doo on the internet is enough of an insult to fill a man with enough rage to rip a person's limbs off. May Neptune have mercy on my soul.